Hey y'all, Hunter Elliott, rangehot.com. Hope everybody's doing well. This evening I'm wrapping up the review on the brand new Ruger Super Redhawk 10mm auto. Right off the bat, when I posted the preview a little over a month ago or so, had a lot of people sending me messages, why this big revolver in 10mm? And I'll be honest with you, I had that question myself. But over the past month or so, myself, several of my friends have had the opportunity to run near about 300 rounds through this double action revolver. And over that time, I've been able to develop some opinions that I'm going to share with you right now. Right off the bat, it is a hefty 54 ounces with a 6.5-inch barrel length. And the reason that is important is when you're shooting some of the hotter 10mm, such as the double tap, this weight and barrel length really does help tame some of that recoil. Definitely a noticeable difference between shooting the same round in this double action revolver versus a semi-automatic autoloader. With this longer barrel, you do get a really generous sight radius here. When you got this front sight here with the orange insert, rear sight with a little white U-notch, it is outlined, it is adjustable for elevation and windage. And that's just going to help you get a little bit more precise sight alignment and sight picture with that long, generous sight radius. If you wanted to add optics to it, no problem. Ruger is good enough to machine this top strap to accept scope rings, as well as they send you a really nice set of stainless steel scope rings to go along with the stainless steel revolver. So I feel like that's a really good plus if you want to run irons or optics. Either way, good to go. So back to the original question. Why 10mm auto? Other than the fact of helping tame some of the heavy 10, the 10mm auto is a fantastic cartridge, and it gives you a lot of different options as far as bullet weights and energy. Definitely, I'm going to continue to say this, the 10mm does everything the 357 Magnum will do, but it'll do it a little bit better. And nobody would hesitate to carry a 6-shot revolver this size in 357 Magnum. Now, a lot of people also ask me, hey, this is a 6-shot revolver. Is there enough room to where Ruger could have machined this to hold a 7th round? And after some measuring and looking at it and a little bit of questioning with Allison, who has a master's degree in mathematics, and Andrew Barnes Precision Machine, who is a machinist, there is not enough room in this cylinder to keep everything the same center line and dimensions to safely add a 7th. This is about as good as you're going to get with this particular size revolver. 10mm makes a fantastic hunting cartridge with the 6.5-inch barrel length. A lot of states mandate it at least have to have a 6-inch or longer barrel to hunt with, so you'd be good to go on that. But also, if you were going to carry this for trail defense, let's say you were hunting thick-skinned, dangerous game and you had to run a heavy hard casket for that deep penetration, but then you wanted to swap out some aggressive jacket hollow points for, let's say defense against some two-legged critters. It would be just as simple as dropping out the 6 rounds in the moon clip of your hunting round and dropping in 6 rounds of whatever defensive ammo you like. You're just defending yourself against, let's say the erroneous upset camper. God forbid it comes to that. So I feel like it does give you a lot more options as far as what this revolver can be utilized as. So I mentioned moon clips. Yes, this revolver does utilize moon clips because we all know the 10mm auto is an auto-loading cartridge. It is rimless and head spaces off the case mouth. But Ruger had sense enough to where they machined this cylinder. Each chamber has actually machined to match a 10mm auto-loading chamber. So let's say something happens to your moon clips, you lose them, they break, what have you. You can still run this particular handgun with just 1 round at a time. Now, the only real drawback to that is if you're not running moon clips and you hit the ejector rod, it doesn't have anything to grab to, so you have to get the empty cases out individually, which is not a huge deal. I did run it with and without moon clips, and without, a lot of times when you get done, just swing the cylinder out and kind of give it a little tap, and the cases fell right out anyhow, so I don't see where that was a big deal. But I feel like, it's definitely good because moon clips do give the advantage of being able to eject a little quicker, and they do make for a lot faster reload. But if you don't have them or something happens, you're not dead in the water. It is a double action revolver. The double action trigger pull, not bad, but it's a heavy 14 pounds. Single action trigger pull, not bad at all, breaking just under 6 pounds. It does have these over molded stocks here with the rosewood inserts. Not only they're very attractive, they're pretty functional. When you are shooting some of that heavy 10 all day, not only do you have the weight working for you to maintain some of that recoil, but you do have these nice over-molded rubber stocks. That helps a lot. We got some pretty good groups out of this. The best of the day was 1 inch at 25 yards, but it averaged 1.5 inch, 2 inch groups at 25 yards, which with iron sights, that's about as good as I'll do anyway. So there is that. Now, if you're curious about all the exact ammunition that I ran through it and the exact groups of shot, as well as a lot more of the technical specifications, just jump over to rangehot.com. There you're going to find the written article with the accuracy chart and all the tech specs and that sort of thing. As always, this is just a video overview. And truthfully, y'all, that is about it. I mean, you know, the Super Redhawk is definitely a tried and true platform. If you hate it in 10mm, that's fine. Some people I think that it would appeal to, especially someone myself, for several of the reasons that I listed, as far as recoil, versatility, the availability of the cartridge now, because 10mm is certainly becoming a lot more mainstream, and I'm so thankful to see that, because it's been my favorite handgun cartridge since about 1990. So I'm glad to see it's coming back. If you just hate it, that's fine. You don't have to have one. But like I said, it would appeal to a lot of people, myself included. So I think it was a pretty good idea for Ruger to come out with this. Not only that, but it's going to help bring that cartridge even a little bit more mainstream. So there you go. That's about it. If you got any questions or comments, all you got to do is just reach out to me. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, the whole 9 yards on social media we do. Let me know what you think. If you've got any constructive criticism, I'm all about it. Let me know. I want to continue to make the articles and videos better so people like you will come back and continue to read, watch the videos, and support my efforts. And that's really about it. So take care of yourselves and each other, and I look forward to seeing you at the range.